guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So in today's reading, we're going to be finding out what will make you successful, well-known, or even famous in this lifetime. And as you may have seen from the title, today we're doing a collaboration with the beautiful and gifted Nirvana Vibes, who is going to be giving you guys a reading about what your superpower is. So we're hoping that these two readings combined together will make you guys feel confident and excited for what you can accomplish in the future. I've known Nirvana Vibes for, well, I don't remember how long. It's been quite some time actually. We go pretty far back. In addition to watching her general readings, I've actually received quite a few personal readings from her as well. And what I really love and appreciate about her is her ability to give very direct and practical messages. So she gets right to the point without sugarcoating or beating around the bush. And I have found for myself that she is very accurate and really gives messages that are relevant to my current situation. So if you guys do feel like checking out her video after watching this one, there will be a link for that in the description as well as the pinned comment on this video. So without further ado, let me introduce our 4 piles that we have today. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. So number 1 is Lapis Lazuli. Number 2 is Ametrine. Number 3 is White Moonstone. And number 4 is Orange Calcite. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so this reading is for those of you who are drawn to the Lapis Lazuli. So let's see what it is that is going to make you guys successful and or famous. I want to start by seeing specifically what it is, and then we'll get some guidance for you along this journey, and finally take a look at what your future holds. So let's get right into it. Your first card is the 3 of Inspiration and the 7 of Inspiration. So in traditional tarot, these would be the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So we are starting off this reading with a lot of Wands or fire energy. There's a few things that I can interpret from this, but the first one that is coming to my mind is that you guys who chose this pile, you will become successful or well-known from something that you are really passionate about, from something that you really love to do. The Wands energy, it also has to do with intuition, gut instincts, and things of that nature. So you guys may have had this feeling intuitively, like this is what I'm meant to do. Even if you don't know how it's all gonna play out, or how to get there, even if it seems unrealistic, it's like you just have this gut feeling like I'm meant to do this, I'm meant to go down this path. And all of this Wands energy is confirming to you that if your gut is telling you that this is what you're meant to do, then you need to trust that feeling. I think that whatever you guys are becoming successful for is something that your soul came to this earth wanting to do, and it ties into your life purpose. We have the number 3 here, which is about creation, manifestation, expansion. And then we have the number 7, which is a very spiritual number, and it has to do with our path and our greater destiny in life. So this is really giving me higher calling, life purpose vibes. But I have to say, if we add up these 3 of Wands and 7 of Wands, we do get 10. And this is reminding me of 10 of Wands energy. That is quite a difficult journey. So I have to tell you guys that yes, this is your destined path, but it won't feel easy at all times. And sometimes it will all feel like it's too much. There may be some times along this journey where you do feel like giving up. You feel like you're giving and giving, but you're not seeing the results that you want. So I want to really tell you guys to be perseverant and hang in there. I can see this message even with the 7 of Inspiration, because the 7 of Wands, it does talk about a kind of fight or an uphill battle. And you can see this person, it's like she's trying to push the walls out so they don't cave in on her. So this might be a kind of tough journey. It may be something that many people wish to do, but few people actually succeed because few people really have the passion and really have the drive to make it work. So the people who really do succeed, they are few, but they are very brilliant and very resilient. So when you guys make it to the top here, you're going to be so inspiring to so many people. Like, your success story is going to be amazing. I have a feeling as well that a lot of you guys who chose this pile will be artists. Like, you'll become well known or even famous for your art, whether that be music, writing, acting, dancing, photography, visual art, any sort of art form. I feel you guys are very creative. You were meant to express yourself. You were meant to create in this world. That's a bit of that 3 energy coming forward as well. But when you think about making it in that industry, you know, making it as an artist, making it in the entertainment industry, there is a lot of pressure and it is a very tough journey. It's something that many people dream of, but few really succeed and really make it. And I am here to tell you that if you are watching this reading, you are going to be one of those few people who makes it to the top. It might not feel that way all the time. In fact, it might feel very hard. Sometimes you may feel unsupported, but there is a divine plan that is going to get you there, as well as your sheer willpower and your intuition is going to get you there. Looking at this card, this trail of dominoes is making me think of, you know, this whole plan that is laid out for you. You just need to take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and you will get there. This card is actually giving me fame vibes, not just well known, but actually famous. Because the 3 of inspiration, or the 3 of wands, it's very expansive. It's about broadening your horizons. It's about going to the next level. It's about dreaming big and aiming high. I think you guys will be well known in many countries. Like, you have a platform that extends across the world, or you guys might become famous in a country other than where you were born, other than your home country. Another thing I can see is that there's something about 3D barriers. So you could be doing something in another language, or you could be doing something where you're not, like, your identity is not very represented, if that makes sense. Like, maybe you're like the only person of your nationality or of your gender identity or of your age group or whatever it might be. Not the only person, but one of the few. So you kind of stand out, or sometimes it feels like the odds are against you, but you are proving the odds wrong. And you're proving to people that no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like, no matter what your life looks like, you can do whatever it is that your heart wants. So you're like paving the way for a more diverse and more inclusive field or industry that you're in. So you're going to be very, very inspiring to many people. One last thing, there's a lot coming through with just these 2 cards, but one last thing, the energy of wands is quite fast. So while things might feel slow now, it's like you just have to hit your gold mine. You just have to find your perfect idea or find the perfect opportunity. And then I think things are going to blow up and grow quite quickly. This is really cool. So let's take a look at your next cards. The Hanged Man. I can see the situation another way. And the Emperor. I make empowered choices. Interesting. So I wanted these 2 cards to be guidance or advice for you guys. I just want to note that there are Pisces and Aries energy present here. So if you guys are Pisces or Aries, or you have that in your chart, then this could be a confirmation that this pile is for you. And also, because we're talking about fame and success, if there is a public figure or a successful person that you look up to who is a Pisces or an Aries, and you want to do what they're doing, this can also be confirmation that you will be successful in that. So let's get into your guidance. The Hanged Man says, I can see the situation another way. You can see this is a situation of inaction. He's literally left hanging. He cannot move. Things are not progressing. This might be the energy that you guys are feeling yourselves in right now. Like you're trying to make these dreams happen, or even you're trying to find your passion. You're trying to find a way to put yourself out there or get job offers or whatever it may be. And it kind of feels like things aren't really working. Things aren't really playing out in the way you'd hoped. And the advice for you here is that while I know it can be very frustrating to feel like things aren't moving, don't fall into the temptation of compromising. Let's say you have been applying to jobs that you really want and you're not getting your acceptance. Then you get an offer from a choice that you don't really want, like it's not really your ideal option, but because you just really want to feel like you're making progress, and maybe you're starting to be discouraged and think like, well, this is better than nothing, even though I don't really want to do this, I guess I can just go with it. These cards are saying don't fall into that trap of compromising, don't fall into that trap of settling just because things are moving slowly. You don't have to do anything that you don't really want, or that you're uncomfortable with, or that doesn't match your vision. And just when it comes to this Hanged Man, you may start to feel tempted to do that. And the Emperor, this is reminding you to stay empowered, to not settle for anything less, to know your worth and know exactly what you want, exactly what you're capable of. It's better to hold off for the perfect opportunity than to take one that you don't really want just because it's come sooner. And it's better to take action and start doing things by yourself than just waiting for support or waiting for somebody to come and validate you or give the opportunity to you. So you guys might kind of feel like you're on your own for a while, and your guidance there is do not settle for something you don't want. If you can't find somebody who matches your vision or somebody to support you, just do it yourself. Do it in your own way, or wait to find the perfect match that is going to get you and that is going to allow you to express yourself in the way that you want. Especially if you guys are artists, you can probably understand what I'm talking about, that some offers or some projects, some companies that we would be hired on to, they already have their own vision of who they want us to be and how they want us to express ourselves. And sometimes when we're desperate enough to feel successful or to feel famous or to feel accomplished, we can take those offers even if they don't really resonate with our authentic self. So that's kind of your warning. Stay true to your path, and it's better to have this period of things aren't really happening, and then find your perfect opportunity later. I think that's how this is going to play out. The Hanged Man means that you have a very elaborate divine plan already set up for you. Your perfect opportunity, your perfect match is already there in the future. So patience is going to be required, and faith that this path is leading to your success. Just remember that you never have to compromise. All right, so let's take a look at your oracle cards now. These are going to show us what the future holds for you. And our first card is the Bat Spirit. A rebirth is ushered. And this is so funny because it looks pretty much identical to the Hanged Man card. So you guys may be really feeling like you're left hanging right now, feeling like things aren't moving right now. But this card is about your future. It says your rebirth, your transformation, your success. It is guaranteed. This is fated for you. This is your divine path. So it's really important to remember about patience and remember about divine timing. Remember that something perfect is planned for you. The bat. What's coming to my mind with this bat, I'm thinking about how they cannot see, but they have evolved to find another way of navigating and orienting. Is that a word? To find, I'm sorry, it's Mercury retrograde. They have evolved to find another way to locate things and to navigate themselves, even if they can't see. even if from your perspective it seems like there is not a way, there is always a way. Like spirit, the universe can always work around any obstacle that you perceive to get you what you need and bring you where you need to go. It may require a little bit of an open mind, but spirit promises that you are going to get there. This is assured, this is guaranteed. Your next card is action. I think your success is going to come from inspired action. So this means that you're taking action not just for the sake of doing something or feeling like you're making progress, but because it really feels good and it's really what you want to do. So again, using your intuition and your gut instinct is going to be really important. And it kind of ties in with the Hanged Man and the Emperor message. If some opportunity comes your way, but you don't feel really good about it, or if you have an idea of something that you should, quote unquote, do to become successful, and it doesn't really make you passionate, but you're like, this is just how it is. If you want to become famous, you have to do X, Y, Z. I don't make the rules. Like if you're thinking this way, that there's some formula that you have to follow, or you have to accept these offers because you should be so grateful that you're getting them in the first place. No, this is saying that what's going to make you successful is your inspired action, something that you genuinely feel good about doing, something that you genuinely feel passionate about doing. And at no point in this journey will you have to take an action that makes you feel dull or uninspired or uncomfortable or like you are giving your power away. So be patient and wait for this inspired action to come to you. And that's when you're going to have your blowing up moment. So it's not really right to formulate your plan like, I need to do X, Y, Z. This is what all of the people who came before me did. This is what I feel like I should do. Based on what? No, base it on your gut feeling, on your passion, on what you really love and really want. Wait for it to come to you. Wait for it to show you. Okay, and then your final card, is the man holding a coin. We love to see this man. Okay, this can mean a couple things. First, you can actually be this man holding a coin. So quite simply, this is telling you that there is big money in your future. I also like that, he is holding the coin. He has the power. I'm telling you guys, you can make your way to the top and become very wealthy without ever having to compromise or having to suck up to anyone or having to dim your lights or having to downplay your talents. You guys can do this completely on your terms. You just have to know your worth and know the value of what you're putting out there. Wait for your perfect moment of inspired action. You guys are meant to be big. You're meant to be famous. And like I said, you're going to inspire so many people because of your unique success story, that you always did what you felt in your heart rather than just following the rules or complying. And despite any adversity, despite anything that made you different, that made you feel like an other, you made it to the top regardless of all of that. Your story is going to be so inspiring. So this is you with the coin. This is definitely you with your money. But this can also be an indicator that somebody is going to be investing in you. Like the man holding a coin could be, somebody, doesn't have to be a man, but it could be coming and offering their coin to you. So maybe your golden opportunity has to do with you being at the right place at the right time, putting something out that you feel really good about, that you're really proud of, and the right person sees it, or people, and shares their money, their resources, their time, their connections, their equipment, whatever it might be. They share these material resources with you. So people will be investing, people will be supporting. But you're in the driver's seat. You have the power. So it's not like you're desperate for these resources and you need them, so you're just going to do what this person tells you. It's like you're doing your thing, you're doing what you love, and they notice you and come over and give you whatever it is that you need. So even if you're receiving support, you're still the empowered one and you're still doing things exactly how you want to do them. So yeah, this pile is giving me like famous artist or famous creative kind of vibes. It's definitely not an easy journey, and it may be a long journey, but once you step on your gold mine, that's like the image that I keep getting is like you guys finding a gold mine after searching for so long, and then things just blow up. It's all gonna be worth it. And when you do become big, please share your story because I just know that so many people could feel discouraged in the same way or feel like they have to settle in the same way. But you can be proof that we don't have to. You can be proof that we can write every line of our story exactly how we choose. Okay, so I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out Nirvana Vibes video if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Hi number twos, so this reading is for those of you who were drawn to the Ametrine. So let's see what specifically is going to make you guys successful and or famous. We'll also take a look at some guidance for you on this journey, and then finally see what the future holds for you. So our first cards are the Five of Voices and the Muse of Voices. So in traditional tarot, these would be the Five of Swords and the King of Swords. And this is interesting because pile 1 also had 2 cards of the same suit. And now you guys have the same thing. You have 2 Voices cards or 2 Swords cards. So you guys could become successful or well-known quite literally by your voice. Or in a broader way of interpreting this, you guys could become well-known for your message, what you are communicating to the world, your ideas, your intellect. I think you guys will be seen as somebody who is very smart or clever or even brilliant. I think that the ideas you have or the way that you communicate them, it's very unique. You guys have the number 5 here, so this is a number about change, and I am getting the vibe for you guys that you will be something of a game changer. So when I think of something where you would use your voice or your messages, this could be something like a speaker, a writer, even a singer. And when it comes to swords energy, I often get the feeling of something being online. So you guys could have a pretty big online presence. You could have a pretty big social media platform, or a big part of your business and the work that you do has something to do with the internet or technology or something of that nature. And when I get the Muse of Voices or the King of Swords in other tarot readings, it does give me a very strong feeling of somebody who is a leader, somebody who has their own business. So you guys could be starting your own company in the future. Whatever career path you do find yourself in, it gives me like boss or CEO kind of vibes. It gives me the vibe of somebody who has, you know, employees working for them. They're leading a group of people, but not in a way where they're just telling them what to do, but it's almost like a community or like a group of friends who are all working together towards the same goal, and everybody's opinion and everybody's insight matters equally, but it's like you're the one who is sort of leading the group or leading the direction that you're going in. I'm also noticing that on both of these cards, there are 2 people. 2 images that are mirroring each other. And so I'm wondering if you guys who chose this pile will have a very significant business partner or a very significant collaborator that you are going to work with and actually become successful together. Since this is something that is repeating itself on both cards, I'm really getting this feeling you guys might do this with a partner, with a collaborator, with a soul family member. Now let's talk a little bit about the Five of Voices or the Five of Swords. When it comes to your life path, your career, your mission, what I see sometimes with the Five of Swords is there's some opposition or some judgment or just some people who don't really get it. So something that might happen on this path for you guys is that when you tell people what it is that you want to do in the world, when you tell people about your business idea, when you share your writing or your song or whatever it is, when you share your voice with other people, there may be some people who don't understand it or even try to oppose it or try to criticize it. So I think you guys, what you're doing is so unique and so unlike what most people have seen before that you may be met with this kind of criticism, but it's not because your idea is bad. Please don't fall into that trap of thinking negatively in that way. I just think that maybe some people are just not ready for it. They're not ready for your truth. They're not ready for this way of doing things, because remember, you guys are like the game changers. You are the trendsetter. You are the trailblazer. And so it might be a little bit tough for you to break through, but eventually there's going to be a bunch of people who are copying you. The people who at first said they didn't like or they didn't vibe with your idea, all of a sudden they're going to come crawling back and talking about how amazing you are. Whatever you're putting out there, it is going to be received very, very well, but it's definitely like pushing the limits of what has been done before. It feels like it's very innovative, but you really need to believe in yourself and believe in your idea and always speak your truth. So don't, fit yourself into this box, or don't, modify, or what is it called? I guess don't soften your message or your words to make them more palatable to the general public. Really embrace your uniqueness, embrace what it is that you want to say. Okay, so let's look into your next tarot cards. These are going to be guidance and advice for you on this journey. It's the King of Pentacles. I am sure of my place in the world. And Six of Pentacles, I give and receive for the universal good. So we had 2 swords, now we have 2 pentacles cards. This is very, very good news for your financial situation. You guys will definitely be wealthy in the future, and you have another king coming out. So I'm really getting heavy business owner, CEO kind of vibes from you guys. I do think that you will have your own company. You will have your own business. The guidance from the King of Pentacles is to believe in yourself. He encourages you to work on your sense of security and really knowing your worth and your value. You are inherently valuable, and you deserve a chance at success, and you deserve a chance to share your voice and speak your truth and express yourself just as much as everybody else. And your value is not determined by what anybody else has to say or not say about what you do. The King of Pentacles feels secure and confident within himself no matter what. So he's telling you to really believe in your abilities, really believe in your talents, and that you really do deserve this chance at success. The other message from the King of Pentacles I'm getting is to take things slow. When it comes to Pentacles energy, this is about building something up brick by brick over time so that it can be sturdy and so that it can bring you wealth and abundance and security over the long term. So whatever you guys are working on here, it's kind of like a lifelong journey. Don't get caught up in making things move really fast, or, having this big boom, this big explosion of success early on, and focus more on a slow and steady approach. It's very easy to feel pressure. I know when we look around and we see people who are, becoming overnight successes, or at least it appears that way, like they're becoming a millionaire by the time they're 30 or 20 or whatever it might be. They're gaining 500,000 followers in a month. It's very easy to look at that and feel like less than, or feel like we have to do that too, or they did it, why can't I do that? And feel like we need to make more happen, and we need to make more happen faster. But the King of Pentacles is saying, stay grounded, stay humble, and keep building little by little, and don't get sidetracked by, whoever is doing what or blowing up around you. Just stay focused on your own path, because you are guaranteed success in the long term. People who are, getting their 15 minutes or getting their huge explosion of success, they will come and go. But if you build a really solid foundation and you take things slow, you don't burn yourself out, and you give it an honest effort every day, that will add up. And when it comes to the long-term future, you are going to be way more secure and way more, wealthy and successful because of that. So just focus on consistency, and don't focus on like the numbers or the validation or whatever it is. Stay grounded, keep your head down. That's the message from the King of Pentacles. And you guys will be very wealthy in the future. So your next card over here, this is the Six of Pentacles. And this is really funny to me because this is another card that I associate with soulmates or the divine trying to bring two people together. As you guys may know, on the traditional artwork of this tarot card, there are two people like kneeling down on the ground, and then there's a person above them who is holding a scale. And I often think of it as a guide or a guardian angel who is, guiding two people at the same time and helping to bring them together. So it's a soulmate card, at least how I interpret it. I don't think that's the traditional meaning, but it's funny to me that this card appears when we've already had this imagery of you and another person becoming successful together. But this is about balance and fairness, giving and receiving and sharing responsibilities. So I do think that you guys really are being encouraged, if you haven't thought about it already, to work with a business partner, or this reading is telling you that that's what's going to happen. I do think you're going to come into union with somebody who you vibe really well with, and you guys are going to complement each other. It could be that, your skills, your areas of experience, your areas of knowledge are different. So when you guys come together, you balance each other out. So they can do things that you couldn't do on your own, and you can do things that they couldn't do on their own. So you guys become this really, really good pair. Or it could just be that you're so busy, there's so much to do that you want to sort of distribute those tasks between two people. And also, you guys were drawn to the Ametrine. This is about balancing masculine and feminine energies. So maybe this partner is like quite different from you, and so it works. Like you take care of one area of stuff and they take care of the other area of stuff. There's just so much energy of like a partnership, which is really cool. All right, so let's get into your final oracle cards now, and these are going to show us what the future holds for you. So our first oracle card is the White Raven Spirit, Trust in the Magic. I love this so much. I just got starseed vibes for some reason. You guys are bringing something really, really unique into the world. A brand new idea, a brand new invention, a brand new art form, like a totally new way of expressing yourself. And like I said in the beginning, there may be some people who don't really get it yet, and even some people who might try to, discourage you from putting yourself out there because it's not practical or it's not this or that enough. This card is saying to feel confident and trust in what makes you unique. You may feel like a white raven in a world of black ravens, but please do not paint yourself in a different color just to match everybody else's color. Okay? Embrace your uniqueness. This is what's going to get you ahead. And if not everybody likes it, or if not everybody gets it, that's proof that you're doing something really special. If everybody was able to just take in and digest what you were doing, that means you're doing something boring. That means you're doing something that has been done before and everybody's used to it. You are here to innovate. You are here to bring something new to the world, something that's going to shake people awake. And like I said, as time goes by, people are going to start emulating you. Like, I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of copycats, and it will be, it could be annoying, but also kind of funny to watch. Like somebody in the past who is judging you, now you look at what they're doing and it's like, they have the pile 2 handbook, like they're copying what you're doing. We're like, weren't you the one who said I shouldn't do this? And now look at you. Anyway, I think you know what I mean. People will be copying you. So, love what makes you unique, okay? Find the value in what makes you unique. It is not a disadvantage. It is an advantage. It is divinely gifted to you. Your next card is love. Ah, so the people who love what you do are really going to love you. I see you guys having like super fans, I think is the word. Like people who are just not obsessed with you. That sounds very unpleasant, but who are really, really huge admirers of what you're doing, who are showing their love and appreciation. I could see you guys getting many letters from people whose lives you've changed. I can see you getting gifts. I can see you getting tips and bonuses and all these kinds of things. And honestly, on a bigger scale, I think this is just a message of love from your guides and angels. You are so loved and protected on this whole journey. And if we're looking at these people again, this could be a hint. I think this will just be for some of you, this love message, but this person who you're working with and building this idea, building this business with, this could be a love connection. Like you're creating something with your soulmate, or as you work with this person, you start to fall in love and build a romantic relationship. That could definitely be a message for some of you. 6 is also a number I associate with union, so take that message as you will. But if there is somebody that you look up to, somebody that you feel very connected to, and you feel called to do something in the world that is similar to them, just take note of that. That's all I'm going to say. Just take note of that. Okay, so for your last oracle card, you guys actually got 2. 2 fell out at the same time, so I just decided to take both of them. And it's Storm Warning and Door to Value. These are actually kind of cool together. Storm Warning and Door to Value. So this is a message about your future. In a moment where it feels like shit is hitting the fan, in a moment where it feels like, well, where it feels like a tower moment, honestly, when it feels like everything is going wrong, when something has fallen apart, this is actually an opportunity. What looks like a storm is actually a door to value. It's actually an opportunity for more wealth, for more success. It could even be that your door to value, it's like a complete accident. You know those stories of people, they invented something when they were actually trying to make something else, and then they made a huge mistake and it turned into something else, and they were like, oh, well, let's go with that. That's cool too. So allow for chaos, allow for mistakes in your journey. It can come in an unexpected way, and when you feel like everything has gone wrong, you might be at the precipice of your brilliant idea. Wow. Okay, I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and watch Nirvana Vibes video if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Hi, number 3s. So this reading is for those of you who are drawn to the white moonstone. So let's see what it is that is going to make you guys successful and or famous. And then we'll also get some guidance for you on this journey, and finally see what the future has in store for you. So your first cards are the Empress and the Wheel. Ooh, okay. I'm getting a creative vibe from this pile as well. Pile 1 also felt like the creative artist kind of people, but this energy feels a little bit different. I feel like rather than, you know, one path that you guys are really sure about and really passionate about, you guys seem to have more diverse interests. Maybe you have many talents or many things that you want to pursue. Basically, you guys are multi-talented people. And you may be wondering which one will make you the most successful or which one you should pursue. I want to tell you guys that you don't have to choose. I actually see you guys becoming successful or well known for many different things. So you might have, several businesses going at the same time, or you have your main business and a side business, or you have your regular job and then you have your passion project, your creative project, your YouTube channel, whatever it might be. I feel like you guys are doing many things and being successful in several of them. So there is definitely no need for you guys to limit yourself to one path. Do not feel pressured to choose one path, and really allow yourself to explore all of the beautiful and diverse talents that you have. You guys also have 2 major arcana, and I'm feeling from these cards that you are very spiritually gifted. And one of the things that you might be known for is your spirituality and your psychic gifts, especially for any of you guys who are into astrology, because I'm noticing all of these planets here coming out of the Empress and then the phases of the moon here. There is a lot of planetary astrology related imagery in these cards, so that could be a confirmation for a select few of you who chose this pile. If you're into astrology, you could become very successful and very well known as an astrologer, or really any form of divination. Like if you're into tarot, for example, you might want to consider starting to share your readings with other people. With these cards as well, while you will have definitely a very diverse audience, I feel like a lot of your clients or a lot of your followers may be women. There's a lot of feminine energy on these cards, and well, this is a very feminine deck. Everybody on the cards are women, but maybe it's the Empress card that is really making me feel that way, as well as the moon and the fact that you guys were drawn to the Moonstone. It just feels like this reading is especially feminine. One more thing with the Empress as well, you guys may be known for your beauty or become successful with your beauty. So if any of you guys watching are trying to pursue modeling or something of that nature, this could be a confirmation for you as well, or something in the public eye, something where you are showing yourself. Maybe you're into fashion design or something like that. Anything that has to do with your beauty or even your aesthetics or your sense, like your fashion sense or your design sense, basically anything with visuals or aesthetics. Can you hear the music? I don't know if the music could get picked up by the camera, but every day at 5 p.m. this song plays outside. Sorry about that. So where were we? We talked about spirituality, spiritual abilities. We talked about you having many endeavors that you're successful in. It may have something to do with beauty, aesthetics, design, anything visual. I also want to tell you guys that you will be quite financially comfortable. If you have the Empress here, that is a given. Specifically, I'm getting a message that you guys will be able to live in your dream home. So if you guys are the type to look at apartments or even look at cities and say, I wish I could live in a place like that, if there's a specific place you want to move to or a specific way in which you would like to decorate your home, this reading is telling you that you will reach a level of success and abundance that you are able to do that. You're able to live in your dream home, in your dream city, in your dream community. All of these wishes will be granted. Some of you guys will also become wealthy from investments, such as like purchasing property or investing in stocks or something of this nature. You guys will be very smart with your money. That's another message that is coming through. And then one other thing with the wheel that I want to tell you guys is when you're on the right path to your success, you will see a lot of synchronicities in your life. So the universe will be sending you a ton of signs to let you know that an idea that you had is good, it's something you should go with, or you're on the right path to your success. You might start seeing a ton of repeating numbers or words or images. You might experience something like you think about somebody and then all of a sudden they reach out to you. Little synchronicities like that, the universe will send your way to let you know you're on to something, you're on the right path. But in general, what I want to leave you with after these first two cards is to not limit yourself and really allow yourself to explore your full potential in all of your diverse talents and interests. So let's get into your next tarot cards. The Devil and the King of Wands. Oh, and there are phrases on these ones. So the Devil says, I am free of whatever is holding me back. And the King of Wands says, I am successful in all I do. And these cards are meant to be guidance for you. So I'm going to start over here with the Devil and say that some of you guys, okay, there's two things coming through. Some of you guys, in order to reap these blessings, in order to manifest this success and abundance, there are some insecurities that you guys have to work through. So you guys may be feeling like you want to pursue something, but you're thinking, I'm not talented enough, I'm not attractive enough, I'll never make money from it. Even if I do this, people won't care. What's the point? Or you're just too shy, you're too scared to do it. You have some limiting belief regarding abundance, regarding success, anything of this nature. The Devil has to do with all of those nasty thoughts that keep us trapped in a reality that we're not happy with and that really hold us back from our true potential. So you guys, it's like you have the potential to be this empress, but there's a devil in your ear that is telling you that you're not this empress and you never will be, whether that's your own inner voice or it could even be, you know, people around you have told you that in the past and you have internalized it. But regardless, there is a need for you guys to free yourself from these insecurities and recognize that you are talented, you are worthy, you are smart, you are beautiful, and you are this empress. You can make this happen. So there's a little bit of inner work here. That's your advice to really unlock the potential of this reading. And then another thing I thought of, because I saw this obsidian, and this is the first reading where the crystal is really calling to me that I want to address it. But black stones are meant to protect us from negative energy. And something that came to my mind when I looked at this was like psychic attacks. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that people are out there putting hexes on you or anything like that. Often we actually send people negative energy and send people psychic attacks unconsciously just by being jealous of them, or, you know, thinking about how unsatisfied we are with our own lives and then we don't want anybody else to do well. Those kind of negative thoughts and negative intentions like that, even if someone isn't consciously sitting there and saying, you know, I wish failure and I wish for bad things to happen upon you, they can create that intention with their negative thoughts. So there may be some people in your life who are jealous of you or who don't really believe in you, or like I said, they're so unhappy with their own life that they don't want to see anybody else around them succeed. Like they're just that kind of negative person. So in addition to inner work, there may be some things in your outer world or some people in your outer world that you need to cut off. Even if they're public figures or accounts that you follow, if anything makes you feel bad about yourself or you get a kind of bad vibe from that person, just cut it off. Anything that makes you feel like you're not the empress or that you can't do everything it is that you want to do. There's like, this is a huge well, can we call it spring cleaning? I guess. Spring is coming in the northern hemisphere at least. So, well, this is also a timeless reading. You know what I'm trying to say? Like a decluttering. This is a big energetic decluttering, and it takes a lot of strength and a lot of bravery to dig within and weed out those painful wounds that are holding you back. But this is going to be the key. This is going to be the key to your success, like we see the keyholes here, and the key to your metamorphosis. So this is really, really important. Don't like gloss over this negativity. Address it and get rid of it. Another message for you guys with the devil is to not get overly attached or overly concerned with material or superficial things. So especially if you guys are looking to build a platform, to be a public figure, or like I mentioned before, it could have something to do with your appearance or your beauty. You can really get caught in becoming overly focused on that, comparing yourself to other people, or putting so much importance on the way you look or how many followers you're getting or how much money you're making. And this is a trap. It's an endless cycle, because when you put your focus and your concern on those things, you will never be happy, because there's always going to be somebody who's prettier than you, or there's always going to be more money to make. It's like a bottomless pit and you will never feel satisfied. So put your importance on your own happiness, your own fulfillment, your own talents, and what you can do to help and heal others. I'm not saying that you guys are focused on all of that superficial stuff right now, although you might be, but it's just a little bit of a warning. As you go on this journey, be careful not to fall down that rabbit hole, basically. Okay, and so the next card that you have here is the King of Wands, and it says, I am successful in all I do. King of Wands does give me major self-employed vibes, so if that's something that you guys are trying to pursue, you can take this King of Wands as a confirmation. And I love the message of I'm successful in all I do, combined with this energy I picked up before of you guys being multi-talented, because this is just like an extra reassurance to me that you guys can and will be successful in each and every one of your endeavors. It's just a matter of discipline, I think, for you guys, and organizing your time well, so that you give some of your time here and some of your time there, and you stay focused and committed, and also not trying to do everything at once. Like, you may want to build up one or maybe two at a time and see how that goes, and then when you get comfortable, introduce something else. If you try to do everything at once, it can be very overwhelming. So while you don't have to pick just one and go with that forever, maybe start with one and then add another one, and it's promised to you. It's promised to you that you will become successful in everything, and you'll gain your confidence as you go along. It may be scary at first. You may feel like nobody cares, nobody's looking, nobody's watching, you're not making money. But as you go along and as you see the results start to come in, you will become more and more confident until you are just bursting at the seams with confidence, and you don't care what anybody says. Okay, so let's get into your oracle cards now, and these are going to show us what the future holds for you. So your first card is the Grasshopper Spirit. Yes, I'm having trouble talking today. It's retrograde. And the message is take a leap of faith. Some of you guys already know what you want to do, but you're scared to go for it. And that could be a little bit of this devil energy showing up here. You're going to be successful. And even if you weren't going to be successful, that shouldn't stop you from doing it. You should do things that you love. You should do things that make you passionate. And I know it sounds cheesy, but even if one person is moved or helped or healed by what you do, that is so valuable. And you guys may be the type of person who wants to know everything before you take the leap. Like, you want to know how every single thing is going to turn out. This is kind of giving me like the Fool energy, where you just have to be open and go for it. With this grasshopper, I don't know where this comes from, the thing where you call your pupil a grasshopper. Can somebody tell me where that comes from? But you know how you call people like a young grasshopper? You do, right? That's a thing. It'd be really awkward if I'm making that up. But it makes me think of a pupil, of a student, of a learner. And you guys may kind of be of the mindset right now that like you have to learn everything before you start the journey. But this card is saying start it now and learn as you go. Yes, you're going to make a ton of mistakes. Yes, there is going to be trial and error. And you may feel a little bit embarrassed. Sometimes you may be stumbling, but doing it is the best way that you're going to learn it. So for an example, I'll use Tarot Channel as an example because that's what I'm familiar with, and I do feel that quite a few of you watching this reading are gifted in tarot and divination and things of that nature. You may be thinking, I want to start my channel, but before I do that, I have to learn what all the cards mean, and I have to do a bunch of readings and make sure that it's accurate, and I have to know how to interpret all the different combinations of cards and this and that. And it's great to study, it's great to prepare, but when you have that mindset, you can sort of freeze because you'll always feel like there's something more to learn, and the devil can tell you like, are you sure you're ready yet? Are you sure you know everything? Are you sure you're not missing something? At some point, you just have to let go and go for it. Yes, you might read something wrong. You might misinterpret a card, but you can also make happy mistakes that it turns out anyway. And if you stumble, if you do something wrong, you just learn from that and you remember to do it in the right way next time. So don't be afraid of that period of making mistakes. Maybe some of you guys have always been like perfectionist and overachiever, and even as you've grown up, you keep putting that pressure on yourself. You feel like people expect you to be perfect. It's okay to not be perfect. Give yourself permission to not be perfect. Let's take that burden off right now. Making a mistake doesn't mean anything other than you're a human. Like, if you sing a really shitty note or a really shitty song, it doesn't make you not a singer anymore. You're just a human. Anyway, so let's go to the next card now. Success. How straightforward. Do I need to interpret this one? Success. Success is in your future. And let's talk about this panther, because the panther is about, actually the panther in this spirit animal deck, the message is reclaim your power. That's what the panther is all about. It's about protecting and really, what's the word? Really tapping into your personal power. So you guys, I feel like this devil is not really you. This may be something that you have internalized over the years, but it's not who you really are. This insecure person or this anxious person, that is not you. This is you, and this is you. This is about you unleashing the panther, unleashing the passion within you. You're taking back control of yourself. When you work up the confidence and the courage to open this jacket and let all of your talents pour out, it is going to be a joyous day for the world. Let me tell you this, pile threes. I love this reading. Okay, your final oracle card that we have here is Broken Heart. This whole journey is going to be very healing for you, and it's going to be very emotional. I like to think of this card as like the tear is running down the crack and healing it. So as you cry, as you allow your emotions to come out, as you allow your vulnerable side to come out, you are actually healing your broken heart. So this journey to success and abundance, it's also a journey to healing for a lot of you. Like I've seen throughout this reading, you're healing a lot of your insecurities. You're healing a lot of this pressure that you put on yourself. You're very deeply and emotionally healing, and I wouldn't be surprised if what you're doing out there in the world is helping with others healing as well, whether that's sharing your spiritual gifts, sharing your art, or just being a very inspiring success story as a business person. You are helping others heal their broken hearts as well through healing your own. And there is a kind of focus on the heart in these cards. You can see all of her light is shining out of her heart. The King of Wands has an infinity symbol over his chest, and he's holding the flower to his heart. And then of course we have the heart here. Yes, whatever you're doing, it's going to be very touching and very healing for people. People will be deeply moved, and you will help them to crack their heart open. Sounds like a weird expression to use when we just fixed the cracked heart. But you know what I mean. You're helping people to heal and open their hearts to new love. Wow, I really love this reading. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out Nirvana Vibes video if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye! Hi number fours, so this reading is for those of you who are drawn to the orange calcite. So let's see what it is that is going to make you guys successful and or famous, and we'll also get some guidance for you on this journey and finally see what the future has in store for you. So your first cards are the Fool and the Nine of Voices. So in traditional tarot, the Nine of Voices would be the Nine of Swords. The Fool and the Nine of Swords. In this pile in particular, this doesn't seem so much like it's depicting the specific thing that is going to make you guys successful, but it's rather a message for you. Now in this section of the reading for the other piles, it was showing details about what this path was, about what this career, this project was, but that's not the case for you guys. And I do believe that when Spirit is omitting some information from a reading, it is for a good reason. And I think the reason here is that Spirit has already told you numerous times about your path, or has been trying to tell you by giving you signs of your calling, by giving you signs of your path to success. Now for some of you, this could just be a matter of you opening your mind a little bit more so that you can hear and receive these signs if you are not noticing them. But I have a feeling that this is not the case for most of you who chose this pile. I think you guys do know what it is that you're meant to be doing. I think you guys do know what your path is, but when you receive these signs, you are ignoring them, or you're dismissing them, or you're denying them, or something like this, either because you don't believe them, like you don't believe that these signs are really for you, or because you know that this is the path, but deep down you're scared. Like you're scared of failure, you're scared of rejection, you're scared of taking that leap of faith. The Fool, it is about a completely new start, a completely new adventure, and like I just said, it is about taking a leap of faith, and it is a card that is very close with the energy of Spirit, and that's what initially gave me the feeling that Spirit is and has been for quite some time trying to communicate with you, trying to get you to take this leap. But when it comes to the Nine of Voices or the Nine of Swords, this is about fears and anxiety and pessimism and expecting the worst. So I think you guys are in some way blocking or ignoring the signs that the universe is giving you out of some sort of fear-based thinking. Like you feel that there's no way this journey could be for you, there's no way that you'll be successful, or you're too afraid to leave the security of your current situation behind. It's something like this, because these two energies are so different, the Fool and the Nine of Swords, and I feel like they're really battling it out here. This is like your intuition versus your ego. This is your soul versus your mind. It's like they're not really on the same page. Your soul knows so well what it wants and what it was put on this earth to do, or I should say what it chose to come to this earth to do. But it's like your mind is pushing it away. Your mind is denying it for some reason. There's a lot of fear or insecurities in your mind about this right now. So I really do think that the majority of you guys, this specific information about what the path is, it's not here because Spirit has already told you, or you already know, and you need to admit to yourself that you know this. And if you genuinely have like zero idea of what I'm talking about, I don't think this is your pile, because this is about being honest with yourself and hearing your soul's truth, allowing your soul's truth to come through within you. So this is definitely a bit of a different vibe so far. So let's take a look at your other cards. Page of Wands. I'm always open to good news. and the Eight of Cups. I accept my situation without resistance. It's interesting that you guys were drawn to the calcite, and then we have yellow calcite on this card here. It's also interesting to me that you have the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Voices, which has a bit of a pessimistic energy, and then a card that came out for your guidance is a very optimistic card. So this is Spirit asking you to be more optimistic. Maybe you guys have been seeing these signs about your path, but you think it's all in your head, you think that it wasn't for you. And Spirit is asking you to claim these signs, to believe in them, and to believe in yourself. These orange and yellow calcites, these are supposed to bring us joy and happiness and confidence and inspiration and creativity. Spirit wants you to get into this energy and feel excited about it again. And the aquamarine on this card asks you to go with the flow. Now, as for the meanings of the tarot cards, the Page of Wands, it's about a new adventure, a new endeavor, one that allows you to be passionate, one that allows you to be creative and free and flexible and independent. Your path to success, your path to recognition, it involves some new project, some new endeavor, but in order to embark on this journey, there's something that you have to leave behind first with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that isn't serving you anymore. Something like an environment or relationships, a job that feels quite superficial, that doesn't feel fulfilling, that it may be bringing you security, if that, but it doesn't feed your heart, it doesn't feed your soul. And I feel like your soul has been giving you this nagging feeling for quite some time that you are destined for more, that you are meant to take this risk and take this leap. And whatever is keeping you in your current situation, for most it's probably security or a sense of control, a sense of predictability. It can make you feel safe for some time, but it will never make you happy, and in the long run it will never feel right. Like, it will always feel like something is wrong or something is missing. So you guys, I think you need to ask yourself why you are ignoring this call when your soul has made it so clear. Like, this is meant for us, this is your path, this is what you're so talented at, this is what is going to make your soul shine. Is it, fear of failure? Is it fear that you're not good enough? Is it fear of rejection? Is it fear of losing the security that you currently have? Is it a fear of going against people's expectations? What is this Nine of Swords? What is stopping you from embarking on this Page of Wands journey? What is stopping you from leaving behind this Eight of Cups? For some of you guys, I'm just realizing it may be that you have already tried to do this in the past. You've already tried to take this leap, or you have been trying to make it happen and it hasn't been working. But one of the messages of the Fool card is that it is a completely clean slate. So it brings with it no baggage from the past. It's a completely new story. The message of this card is that your future doesn't have to be determined by the past, and it definitely doesn't have to be a repetition of the past. So just because it happened like that before, it doesn't mean that it has to happen that way again. And I know our logical mind likes to think that, if we failed in the past, what would make it different this time? But the Fool challenges you to be open to change, to be open to something completely new, and to never lose that hope. I know it's scary, and yes, at times it can even hurt, but your spirit is saying you have to go for it. You have to try again. If you're not sure what your blockages are with regards to this path, it may be a matter of doing shadow work to figure out what your biggest insecurities or limiting beliefs are. And another thing that can be helpful is to ask yourself, do I associate in any way going after what I want, being successful, or receiving my blessings with pain? Do I associate getting what I want with pain in any way? Because it may be that subconsciously you are trying to avoid that pain. I'm reading a book right now in which the author is describing their problems that they've had throughout their life with receiving. Like, they struggle to be okay with receiving. And I always thought that issues with receiving just had to do with, a feeling of not being deserving or not being worthy, but that's not always the case. And so the author went on to describe that throughout their life, there were people who like forced help on them, like they intruded in their space and said, I'm going to help you, I'm going to give you this, so that then they could take advantage and say, well, I gave you this, now you have to do this for me. So it was like they forced that person to receive something so that they then owed them. And so subconsciously they came to associate receiving with being taken advantage of or being manipulated or being forced. So there may be for you guys some painful memory that you associate with receiving, that you associate with going after what you want or getting what you want. It's not always about limiting beliefs, or it's not always about a feeling of unworthiness. So that may be something that you guys want to explore. But there is a need to figure out what this block is, what this Nine of Swords is that is preventing you from claiming this Page of Wands, from claiming this exciting new endeavor and really feeling good about it. So let's get into your final oracle cards now, and this will show us what the future holds for you. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. What's standing out to me is the number 10 on this card. On your tarot cards, we have 0 to 9, and this is like the journey that you've been through up until now. And then we have the 10 here that is representing the completion. So I can't help but feel like you guys are almost there, like you're just about to have your breakthrough. You're just about to find that blockage and remove it and open the floodgate. That's the word that's coming to my mind. Open the floodgate to your success and your abundance. You're on the edge of something really, really exciting. And I know that this is a buffalo, it's not a bull, but it is reminding me of the Taurus bull because they are in the same family. And Taurus has this, stubborn and perseverant and tenacious kind of energy. This is what you guys will learn throughout this whole experience, is to keep rearing your head into what it is that you want and never give up. And the universe will answer. Maybe it's on the first knock, maybe it's on the 10th knock, but the universe will answer and you will be rewarded with abundance and prosperity and security and confidence. I know it's so easy for me to say, but I want to tell you guys to please have faith in your dreams. Please, it's all going to work out. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep trying. Gateway. Your next oracle card is Gateway. The wording of gateway to me, it almost seems like you're stepping into a new world or you're stepping into a new universe. I feel like this cycle that you're about to close off and this new one that you're about to enter in, it's like a complete 180. It will truly feel like you're living a different life in a different world. And this card to me is so much a testament of this Fool card that tells you your future does not have to be determined by your past, or your future does not have to bear any resemblance to your past experiences, your past emotions, or even your past identity. You can and will step into this completely brand new, vivid and beautiful universe, and you're finally going to blossom and show what makes you so unique and so special. You're like this unicorn. You are so special. You are so talented and so magical. And you're stepping into this world that really allows you to blossom and thrive as this unicorn. And I really feel like you guys are just standing at this gateway. You're just standing at this threshold. And it's just like one last push, one last effort for you to step into this new world. So your final oracle card here is Yin Yang with the number 22. This screams unions to me. So what the future holds for you when you step through this gateway, when you take this leap of faith, is soul unions, beautiful and loving soul unions. And I have a feeling that this is with several souls. So it could be with a romantic divine counterpart, soulmate, twin flame, whichever label you resonate with, as well as members of your soul family. You are attracting souls, lovers, friends, collaborators, whom you resonate with on such a deep level, whose souls you recognize from countless lifetimes before. This is the kind of bond, like, you don't have to talk, you don't have to explain yourself, you just get each other, you just feel each other, and you understand. It's such a deeply intuitive connection. I want to tell you guys that the message is like, your people are out there, your tribe is out there, and they are looking for you too. Your divine counterpart is looking for you. Your soul family is looking for you, and they miss you so dearly, just as much as you miss them. And if you're feeling scared or if you're feeling weak, remember that you are connected to them. You are with them right now. And you can call on them to give you strength and give you courage and give you the energy that you need to make this last step. If you're tired or weary or discouraged, they will be there for you. They are here for you right now in spirit, and they will be here for you in the physical as you step through this gateway. And they love you so much. And spirit loves you so much. So I wish that I could give this pile the biggest hug right now. I know this world is so harsh and this world is so complicated, and it's easy to get weighed down by the heavy energy on this earth, but you guys are such bright and brilliant souls, and I really, really hope that you will not get discouraged and you will keep going. Okay, so I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out Nirvana Vibes video if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!